All right, Rise, I want you to give me a couple teams that you're ready to give up on this season in the NBA. Look, and I can't wait for you to hear what I've got to say about one of these teams. Give me your first one.
First team that I've given up on, I think I gave up on before the season even started, maybe.
Ooh.
The Washington Wizards.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The Washington Wizards. Now, terrible.
Weren't you a bit excited about JP, Cole Kuzma, former Laker, Tyus Jones? You were saying, you came. I guess so. This counts because I wouldn't even count the Wizards because for me they were never going to do anything.
Yeah.
But you came in a little bit excited. Check out our predictions episode about Tyus Jones and the Wizards.
Yes, I had high praise for Tyus Jones, and I still do, but I think the people around him, they're not the closers, they're not the all-stars. There's no number one option between Kuzma or Jordan Poole. I don't think Jordan Poole is a number one option. Even just some of the plays over the last few games, especially the one that comes to mind against the Celtics with Kristaps Porzingis, just... I don't know what he's doing just so casually. He's just dribbling out to the three like he's in an exhibition game and puts up the most horrible, most relaxed three-point shooter during an NBA game and gets swatted. Doesn't even hit the rim, gets swatted. Washington Wizards, quick fact here, they also...
They're shit.
Well, that too, factual. They are shit. But they are the team that gets the most points scored against them at 128.7.
Pretty much probably the worst.
Which is the worst.
Yeah.
Which
Today,
is terrible.
my Sixers put 147 on them. Joel had 29 in one quarter. This team plays no defense. They play a million miles an hour. They play up and down, but they don't care. I'm telling you that behind the scenes, not saying that they would have said to Jordan Poole and Cole Kuzma, go out there, don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't have said, go out there and give a fuck. They know that they're gonna come to some version of blowing it up again.
Yep.
Like they're gonna be. This isn't even the bottom. They're gonna be scraping the bottom of the barrel. And I think that they probably already knew once they saw Jordan Poole in training camp. We don't have like a centerpiece here to build around.
Yep, I agree.
Saw it coming a mile away. We did
it's-
players that are gonna break the NBA and faders and players that are gonna fade. Jordan Poole, my pick.
Yeah,
Because-
good pick. Great observation. It's just there's nothing. He's not doing anything extra. I don't even think he's even averaging what he was getting in Golden State during the good time. I
don't ever know.
don't even see those performances
Yeah.
at the Wizards. I don't know if they just don't show him or he's just not producing it.
It's a sad time for the Wizards to be a Wizards fan. It has been for a while.
Yeah.
You know, I know whatever, we're going too long in the Wizards, but man, remember that team with John Wall, Bradley Beal,
Kelly Oubre,
Gortat? But remember Gortat?
Yeah, Gortat, Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's when the Wizards were nice. They were
And
very
had,
nice.
Temple or something like the Garrett Temple.
Garrett Temple.
So anyway, they had these nice players, man. At some stage, they had Paul
They had
Pierce.
structure.
Yeah, they were going somewhere.
They had structure.
Ever since John Wall, they should have put more stocks into John Wall, like even as like a leader.
Yeah.
You know, they should have like sort of held on to him
Taken
in
him a
some
bit.
way.
Yeah.
Even if as just a voice or a direction. The Wizards are fucked. So
Yeah, they're terrible.
I'll grant you that because you did believe in them beforehand.
Yeah.
Other than that, all right. I'm gonna hit us off.
Give us one.
And I feel like I do this at the start of every season. You know what I'm gonna say. The Lakers.
No. You actually say
The Lakers.
This is like fools, isn't it?
No. And you know what? I was maybe not going to say the
Wait,
Lakers.
is this the Lakers to... Hold on. Is this the Lakers?
I'm talking
No chance.
The 3 and 4 Lakers. And no chance at what? Because I've got a no chance for you.
No chance of what? Go, read.
No chance of winning the title. That's 100%. 100%. 100%. I had the Lakers as challengers.
Yep.
As challengers, we did a predictions tier list. The tier above that was overpowered, and then the tier below that was fighters.
Yep.
At this stage, I might have the Lakers in fighters. Because especially today, after Disney returning to Florida where Disney World is, Disney had a groin spasm. That's the most made out of glass injury that I've ever heard in my life. This is a great day to be doing this. Sorry, for context, Ryan here is a Lakers fan. We call him LB, Laker Brain, pattern pending. As I always say, I'm a Philly fan. The Lakers, bro. I'm so sorry.
I feel insulted.
Was it LeBron's minute restriction or was it Darvin Ham's? Like, who was wanting to do that? Was it?
It was. I don't know if it was Darvin Ham, but it was the medical.
Right.
Yep.
And how many minutes per game is he playing?
They only lasted one game.
Yeah, he's playing like 35, whatever.
Yeah.
And now if AD is going to be out for how long? This team needs LeBron. And I know that's like, of course, okay, you end up building around a guy like LeBron. Like the Bucks right now, they need Giannis to have a great game every game.
Yep.
But your team in particular, I still don't believe in D'Lo as a real piece.
Yep.
Gabe Vincent already injured. Okay. So we just can't see about that. And as I said, last season,
Yep.
you went up one Gabe Vincent and you went up one Christian Wood, if that's even going up. Austin Reeves started pretty crap. He's still been a bit iffy. He's picked it up.
Coming back.
He's coming back.
Coming back.
Overall, I don't even think you're as good as last season. Yeah.
After our trade deadline.
After your trade deadline, yep.
Really?
I reckon the Lakers. I've already given up on the Lakers. That's it. And I think this year, I think teams like, for example, the Clippers this year,
Yep.
I would pick them.
After they lost to the Knicks.
After their loss to the Knicks, the Clippers, even teams like the Timberwolves. I would like to, I mean, this is not the right video
threatening me
for
now.
it, but I'd like the Timberwolves to trade Cat. Rudy started well.
Yep.
And I'd like to I think the Lakers are falling down and their team, I'm sorry, bro. I reckon LeBron might not even stay after this season.
It's like
How's that for a hot take? I think LeBron might go because I don't think this season's going to go that well. At best, you're going to get swept again by whoever the best team is, Denver. And then LeBron's going to be like, well, I'm not competing here anytime soon. I'm going where Bronny is, or I'm going with the Sixers.
Never happening. Don't listen to this fool. He's still making movies.
Have you got another one?
My second one is the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, I like that one. You given up on them already?
I've given up on it. I think their team's stale. Laurie Markkanen's awesome. I don't know if they're just boring or they just don't.
Look, when you've got, and you know all about THT,
Yeah.
when you've got Taylor and Horton Tucker in your starting lineup,
As your point guard.
when you pay, I don't know if they traded for John Collins.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think even they know that they don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Last season they started so hot, and then they did that thing, and they just slowly. They were sort
I
of.
don't know if Jordan Clarkson
competitive.
has been. I haven't really seen too much of him performing how he would normally.
Well, I think the problem is he won Sixth Man of the Year a few years ago when they still had
Yep.
Donovan Mitchell, Rudy, and the gang. I think Jordan Clarkson is a sixth man. Sixth man.
I think he is.
You know what I mean? And this team, if you had any excitement for them coming into this season, I just don't think that John Collins. I don't even know if Lowry can be your best player on like a contending team.
Yep. They got Colin Sexton, but I don't know if he's starting next to THT.
Yeah, I don't know.
You'd think so, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has been starting. I'm not sure. But yeah, I like that one. The
Yeah.
Jazz, I'm ready to give up on them as well.
I
Already
have
this
given up.
season.
I think they're 2-0. I think they've only won.
I
two out
mean,
of 2-6, and you know,
that brings me to my second and final one that I've already given up on. They comfortably beat the Jazz, and that says how bad the Jazz is. Today, Chicago Bulls. Not
the Bulls. That just-
not that I was a huge believer in them,
Yep.
but it is time.
Yeah.
I still okay. So I'm
Can't say I'm getting any better than what they have been in the
100%.
what their peak was last season.
100%.
With DeRozan hitting all the think of all those game winners DeRozan's hit in the last 2 years, minus them. Like
yeah. And this lingering Lonzo Ball absence.
it's ruined the whole.
When he first got there, when they all first got there, it was really exciting.
Lonzo, Chris,
And the thing about like Vucevic was let's call it interesting pickup. Not looking like a good trade in the end now, the way how good Orlando are building. Orlando, bro.
Orlando.
Hey,
Respect.
I know you know about
Respect,
Orlando.
I know.
Anyway, but
We're 1-1.
they were getting back to winning.
Yep.
they're all a bit interesting, but Lonzo was like he had a nice age, great defensive, learning how to shoot again. Arguably, Lonzo was the most like concrete piece moving forward. And then it's like when he went down, they've gone
They
down.
all went down.
You know, like their seriousness went down.
Yeah.
I know that Caruso's like a nice bench defensive point guard, nice fun off the bench. He's like a bench Lonzo. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yep.
But this whole team's like a bench something.
Lonzo
you know
Ball
what I
is
mean?
like he's a gravitational player where players will have there'll be scouting reports for him.
Yeah.
And when you lose a talent with IQ and someone that can pass as good as him, and he was also knocking down shots
Yeah.
before he left the Pelicans. He was on his way to a good career. Just unfortunate.
A lot of people have been calling, and I wasn't 100. And yeah, so look, I'm a Sixers fan.
Yep.
We're after Zach LaVine, apparently, right? Now with the picks we got for Harden, we're after a third star. Blah blah. And I am still, even with this, what I'm saying here, I'm still a bit hesitant with, being like, oh, the Bulls 100% blowing it up by the trade deadline.
Yep.
And I still stand by that. But as each game goes on, I think this team doesn't have it. Like, if there is going to be a team, it doesn't happen that often, but if there is going to be a team that mid-season blows up, maybe it will be this team. Maybe they'll be like, all right, we'll trade LaVine, high value.
Yep.
Or while his value is still high, maybe we'll even trade DeRozan to a contender, see who will take him. Or we'll buy out DeRozan, buy out Vucevic.
Yep.
So far, players only meeting they had after 2 games.
No, that was the first game.
After the first game,
After
was
the
it?
first game.
Ah.
Coach came in the room and was
Yeah.
like, hey, do you want me to leave? They were like, yep. And he left respectfully and they've done their thing.
And those two guys, especially LaVine, DeRozan puts up his numbers every game pretty much. But LaVine will have 40
Yep.
and then he'll have 12.
12. I was about to say 12.
And that's scary about him possibly being a target for us. But this is this team.
I just don't know if
man.
it's just the system and it's stale.
Yeah.
I feel like they can't reach any more peak.
Yeah.
They can't get any better than what they have been or what they are now.
Yeah.
So
They're ranked 23 so far on defensive rating and also defensive rebounding percentage, 23rd as well.
yeah,
That's what they are.
you don't win games like that.
Yeah, I don't know about the Bulls. Anyway,
It's
that's the 2 teams that we're both already given up on, and you should too, because this is what we're here to tell you. And quick bonus one:
Give us a
are you giving up on the Memphis Grizzlies 1-6? That's an interesting one. No.
I'm a Ja Morant believer.
Are you a Bismack Biyombo believer? Because Steven Adams is out for the season.
You're right, but they got Jaren Jackson. They were fine without Steven Adams last year. Not fine enough to beat the Lakers last season in the postseason, but they got there. They had a great record. Ja Morant, way too.
Marcus Smart has started poorly.
Yep.
No, it's funny how things like on recency bias, bro. The Celtics got like 1 or 2 first round picks for him or something like that. They got good. Now if you look at that trade, it's like the Celtics are geniuses.
Yeah. It's like those first round picks are valuable.
It's like, what has he done? You know, when Ja Morant used to be out last season and the season before, whenever he was out, the Grizzlies would win more games.
Yeah. They had a better record with him, better percentages.
Yeah, this season they've started without Ja and without
They don't have Tyus Jones.
yeah, and they don't
Keep
have
in mind.
Tyus Jones. No, and
That's
also
why I
respect
give credit to him.
Dylan Brooks. Respect, he's a good player.
Have you seen his stats just quickly? While we're on Dylan Brooks right now.
I haven't seen him I've seen that he puts up a little bit here and there.
He's on like, I think 60, 50, 30 or 60.
Oh fuck, he's a good player, bro.
He's a good player. He sticks.
He's not a great player, but he's a good player.
He holds his
And
own.
he's a good defensive player. But I tell you what, it's not nothing to start 5 games behind the pace,
Yep.
below 500. Obviously, they can. This is what the play-in tournament's good for.
Yep.
Teams that have like large absences, like Ja Morant, they can catch up later on. But I don't know.
Think about what are they on? They're 6-1.
They're 1-6.
1-6. They're 1-6. There is 18 games to go till Ja comes back. How many more wins are they getting out of 25 total?
I'd have to say their schedule, but I'd say, just taking a guess, I reckon they're getting about, looking at that team
I don't think
so
they get
far.
10.
Nah, I reckon they get,
I think 6 or 7.
yeah, 6. That's a lot.
Which is scary.
That's crazy behind
6
the pace.
to 25.
Yeah, that's crazy behind the pace. Like, can they make up that ground in the West as well?
In the West, yeah. The West
In
is...
the West. I'm not joking.
West is packed.
I'm not joking. The Memphis Grizzlies might not make the play-in.
And
This
just
is a big head start everyone's getting on them.
a bit off topic as well, the Kings need Darren Fox.
Yeah. They were
Oh
nearly going to be
my-
one of mine.
They haven't won
Yeah.
since he got injured against
I
the
was
Lakers.
nearly going to say,
4 losses in a row.
yeah, when you look at that team, it's funny how things can change with
average.
one player going out. When you look at that team with Fox out of it,
The Wizards.
you're like, this team's shit.
Stink. You can smell them from here.
This team's
You can
shit.
smell them.
Anyway, that's all our
extras.
give up on all those teams. We'll be seeing. There's so many teams to talk about, like
There is.
giving up on the Bucks. Huh?
They nearly lost against
They
Brooklyn.
nearly
It was a
lost
4-point
again.
game.
This isn't just some random slump.
If we're going to go up against anyone as well, I'm
Yeah.
adding Brooklyn next
Yeah.
to that list.
They need to realize. I know we're going on and on here, but they need to realize the Bucks. They've got not a lot of depth. Jay Crowder's shit. The Bucks stars need to play like stars, not just in the playoffs, in the regular season.
Who is their third guy? Is it Bobby Portis?
Well,
Is it
because
Pat
Chris
Connaughton?
Middleton's still on his minutes restriction. Chris Middleton's been on a minutes restriction for 30
They
years.
might as well get rid of him for DeRozan or something.
Oh, but the spacing would be
Yeah,
fun.
it wouldn't work. But
Anyway.
that's the level.
That is all these teams that you should be careful at bare minimum about when you're following. Rise,
It's been a good one.
I'll speak to you next week.
Speak to you next week.
We will talk to you next time.